cool. That's all it is. It's just cool outside.
Yeah, just a little chilly.
Breezy.
Nippy, really.
Jenna Khan going to join us with weather details, but minus 31 outside your door, but lots and lots of wind blowing, lots of snow. Our buddy Drew Kozov, though, wasn't going to be stopped. He was going to make his way this morning to Hammock Marsh to give us a preview of a brand new exhibit called Big and Small. Good morning, Drew.
Good morning, guys. That's right. I wanted to make sure that I was here for the drive because no one has got to see this exhibit yet. This is the first time that it's getting shown to the public because it's not quite finished yet, but we just couldn't wait. We busted open the door and said, Jacques, take us to your newest things. And fortunately, they've got quite a few new things happening during the winter season here at Hammock Marsh. So there is lots to see and show.
That's good. And we're talking exhibits like to go and learn, but then you can also get really active around there, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? If you want to go on a little marsh adventure in the wintertime, you are not limited even by the deep snow because snowshoes will make you travel above everything else. You can go on sort of like a marsh safari in the wintertime, keep an eye out for some wildlife, keep an eye out for some birds, and a little bit later on, actually, we're going to be telling you about a workshop that's coming up that you can learn how to make your own snowshoes. It's very exciting stuff here at Hammock Marsh.
Stuff. But what's the latest on Big and Small?
Well, listen, there's a lot of good things happening with the exhibit, and to tell us a little bit more about the new exhibit, I want to introduce you to Jacques Bourgeois. Jacques, thanks for letting us come out here today.
Thanks for coming, Andrew.
All right, so the new exhibit, Big and Little, comparing different animals that we'll find around the province via size. So let's start off with the owls that we find in our province, beginning with the littlest owl that we'll find. What can you tell us about this guy?
Well, this one is actually one of the smallest one we have. It's called the Eastern Screech Owl. I have one in my backyard, actually, in Winnipeg, in St. Boniface, and it kind of sounds like a horse. When it's calling, it doesn't do the regular hooting. It goes like a... almost like a sound. So it's very interesting. It's very tiny. It obviously doesn't eat the same thing as the big owls will. It eats the smallest insects and so on. But it's actually quite just like a regular owl, behaves just like an owl. Compared to the big one here, we have the snowy owl next to it. That one is actually one of the heaviest, the most massive owl we have. Lives up in the Arctic, but comes down here for the winter. That's where it migrates. So it migrates to Manitoba. Nice and warm in the winter, right?
That poor guy comes here to be warm?
Pretty much, and to find its food. So we've seen, someone has seen one here a couple days ago, so they are around. Basically, this exhibit is all about size. So we basically encourage people to measure things and compare themselves to different animals, plants, insects, and so on. We have wings, we have birds, we have grasses, everything.
Yeah, some really good comparison examples here. Checking out, you mentioned wings, so we've got this massive sandhill crane wing compared to this tiny little one from the yellow warbler.
Basically, it shows you like the bigger the bird, the more lift you need, so the bigger the feathers and the bigger the wings. And it's all actually the same sort of, it's comparing apples to apples, so showing like wings with wings and different grasses with grasses and so on. So it's a very good way to compare things in nature.
Now, one of the things that I've always wondered about throughout life, Jacques, is if I was to become a fish, what kind of fish would I be? Fortunately, now at Hammock Marsh, we can have that question answered with your interactive board that you've got set up here. Check out your fish size. How does this work?
Well, you know, with the wing string, where you can actually measure your wingspan compared to birds' big wings. Well, we have the same thing for fish. We can see how big of a fish you would be if you were a fish. So if I were to, let's see, drop this down here to your feet.
Okay, this is a very big moment.
I want to start here.
Okay.
And let's see, you would be a little taller than a northern pike, but shorter than the lake sturgeon.
Whoa, so I could become a northern pike.
Absolutely, a cross between a pike and a sturgeon.
Whoa, check that out. That is one ugly baby. So fortunately, I've blossomed and gotten a little bit prettier than my parents. But really fun stuff. So we can see what kind of fish we are at the brand new exhibit.
Yeah, fish, insects. We have different butterflies, flies, like footprints as well. Like there's an elephant footprint compared to a tiny little mouse footprint and so on. So it's all about size. It's really really cool.
Big and Little, the new exhibit here at Hammock Marsh, still under development, but we can come in and take a peek on our next visit, right?
Yeah, it is open to visitors right now, even though it's work in progress. Dusty's doing an amazing job of putting it all together, and the winter time is a good time for us to do it because it's a little quieter at the marsh. So and if people are looking for something to do on those cold days, you know, come on inside and check out our new exhibit. It'll be great.
All right, thanks very much, Jacques.
Thank you.
A lot of great things going on at Hammock Marsh. If you want to come and check out this exhibit, you can do that, but there are so many different activities happening throughout the weekend, especially on the weekend. So go to our website at breakfasttelevision.ca because we have the full details and schedule posted there, so you can plan on something really fun, a good excuse to get out of the house and keep the whole family entertained. We're going to take a little break right now, but we still have plenty more to show you this morning from Hammock Marsh later today on Breakfast Television.